It's hump day. Yo, what's happening? What's happening, y'all? How's everybody doing this morning? Seems like it's been such a long time. Looks like everything is going good. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. You know, sometimes when you're not doing it every day, technology, it updates and some things don't work right when you come back. Yeah, we in the building, let's go. Let's go, y'all. Welcome to Morning Motivation, your daily dose of inspiration and empowerment. I'm your host, Jermon, and I'm thrilled to have you join us today as we kickstart our day with positivity and purpose. So whether you're here, seek motivation, connect with like-minded individuals, or simply to start your day on the right foot, you've come to the right place. And on your way in the door, go ahead and hit that like button and let me know you're here. Salute to you, D-Rob, that chick, yo. Morning, you got that yawny face still going, I see. What up, Toronto Riggins? Yo, that name, yo. That is a great pen name, Toronto Riggins. I love it. Every time I hear it, I'm like, yo, you sound important. You sound important. Oh, yeah. If you want to buy your boy a cup of coffee, I'll be much obliged. I appreciate it. Because, y'all, since we last spoke, when I tell you my life is a movie, and it's a movie that I'm starting to understand more and more. And what you're watching right now is I'm telling you real time. I'm showing you, I'm demonstrating real time what the process looks like. So disclaimer, I am not a licensed psychologist, therapist, or even counselor. I don't have a certificate from nobody's university and nobody's life coaching class, nobody's life coaching space. But I'm a practitioner of years of experience, dedication, failure, a little bit of misery, but a whole lot of success as well. So thank you for being here this morning. And did I miss anybody? Hey, what up, bro? The broski's in the building. Wow, that chick yo said 2 hours of sleep. 2 hours of sleep. Yo. And so look, life's been a movie. It's really been a movie. Last week, y'all know it's about 2 weeks out of every month that it's nonstop. Nonstop going, working, hustling. And I'm in the middle of that 2 week period right now. Couldn't do the show Monday. We did a show Friday. And I thought Friday was going to ramp down. But no, I had a full work week last week. I worked at Expo all day Saturday. Then had a meeting Saturday night. Did work 2 shows Sunday. Early morning gig Monday. Late gig Monday night. Yesterday morning, supposed to be an early meeting that lasted 2 hours. Ended up lasting 6 hours. Leave there, had another meeting to do. And so when I say it's hump day, yes, it is Wednesday. It's the middle of the week. And so that's why I titled the show, I don't look like what I've been through. And I'm guessing most of you don't look like what you've been through. You don't look like what you've been through. What are we going to talk about today? Well, we're going to piggyback off of, what up, boo? We're going to piggyback off of what we talked about on Friday. Y'all remember I talked about the butterfly. Grandma butterfly. What y'all call her? Mama butterfly? Commitment. What if your life depended on it? Are you willing to endure what you must? Talking about commitment. And so today, this week, because we're definitely going to have a show Friday, because I got to give you at least 2 shows a week. Grandma Butterfly, that's right. And so we're going to talk about this week is the evolution, the process. And I'm going to start it this way. Y'all remember, now I'm not sure what your spiritual journey has been, or like when you talk about church. When I first got saved as an adult, when I first got what they call on fire for the Lord, you know, I really wanted to get into the spirit. I wanted to feel. I wanted to understand. I wanted to be able to say, Lord, if you're with me. I wanted to be able to hear that voice, thinking that was a real thing, right? I'm going to audibly hear his voice just like you hear my voice right now. And so I read that, you know, David was in the spirit and he prayed and he fasted, and all the prophets from the biblical days, they prayed and they fasted. And some of them would tear their clothes and they just sit in the markets, and they were just like the monks. They'd be meditating, like, you know, like you get a Stevie Wonder, I just called to say I love you. Literally what they would say, reaching out to touch the Lord, right? For somebody with low energy, boy, I'm sure feeling it this morning. But that's what I want to talk to y'all about. And so these people, they would tear their clothing, and they would be out in public, and they would be worshiping, and they would be prostrating, and they'd go without food for days upon days. And it became a thing, just like most religions, right? Most religions become a thing, and people have ceremony. They have traditional things that at some point loses its meaning because the practice of it, follow what I'm saying now, the practice of it becomes more important than the spirit of it. The letter of the law is more important than the spirit of the law. I know some of y'all feeling me right now. The letter of the law becomes more important than the spirit of the law. And this is not going to be a Bible study this morning, but it's going to be some biblical elements included in it today. When I think about how I started, how I used to be when everything was more ceremonial in my early journey, and I used to hear the preachers talk about, thank God I don't look like what I've been through. When they talk about being a new creation, a new creature. That's right, D-Rob's birthday was over the weekend. Glad you made it back, bruh. Glad you had a good time. I tell you, boy, ain't nothing like, look, seeing another year, another turn around the merry-go-round of life. But so when you would see these people doing the pomp and the circumstance and all the regalia, when Jesus was walking with the disciples, he had one thing to say about all of that. He said, you have your reward. You have your reward. If the reason you did a thing was for the ceremonial parts of it, if the reason you are doing this thing, it's just for the sake of doing the thing, then you have your reward. If the letter of the law is more important than the spirit of the law, then you have your reward. You've done it. People have acknowledged it. Congratulations, you got there. Is it me or is my camera out of focus, or is it my glasses? Okay. That do look better though. So you have your reward. And I want to go back to something that I used to do. And I want to put an illustration up. I want to pull an illustration up. And so here is an image of seeds. And these seeds are being watered. Somebody's getting ready to grow some soybeans or some kind of thing. And I'm going to let it loop for a few minutes because I really want this image to soak in. We are the seeds. We live our life learning, especially the early years, learning what it means to be a seed. We're in our little seed pouches. We're having a good time. We're partying. We're celebrating. And this is timely for D-Rob, because D-Rob says, appreciate it, bro. Now I make a decision not on if I'm moving out there or not. Cool. So I want this to soak in for a second, D-Rob. You make a decision to move out there. You see all the benefits, the upsides, but there's a little bit of fear. A little bit of what they would call trepidation. But you go out there. And in the beginning, it's success because you're just a seed. Just a seed. So you have instant success. You're looking good, you're feeling good, you're smelling good. Life is good. But then somebody started dropping water on you. Now you get a little deeper in the dirt. Now it's hard to breathe because things ain't working out like you thought. So these seeds right here, they didn't think they were going to be drowned. Somebody put a one in the chat if you know where I'm about to go with this. These seeds didn't know they were about to be submerged in the mud, in the muck. They did not know it. Had no idea what was coming because they were happy being seeds. But now, life is getting a little bit more uncomfortable. Life is, or what they say, my mind is playing tricks on me because this is not what I signed up for. This wasn't the deal I signed up for. And I remember a time when I first started in my line of work, I would go through these sessions and I'd wake up in the morning and I'd legitimately be tired. I mean, no cap, no shade. I'm tired. And then somebody will come tell me, oh man, I worked a double yesterday. Or I worked 3 days on and 3 days off. And oh man, I'm so tired. And I'm looking like I've been working 16 hours a day for the last 12 days. Shut up. I don't want to hear none of that mess. I'm tired. And so now you start comparing I'm tired stories. Oh, but what about my life? Oh, I remember because I had such and such. And you start comparing the hardships. You see, that's what seeds do. You start comparing the hardships. I'm going somewhere. And I would get off of those 16-hour days and I'd walk around the house. My wife could tell you. I'd walk around the house and my face is long. And I'm laid across the couch all day on my day off. I ain't really doing nothing, not doing productive. She better not give me no honey-do list this particular day. Don't you see I'm tired? Don't you know what I've been through? For you. Come on, somebody know what I'm talking about. And I made a show of it. See, I'm giving y'all real time information. Now I'm telling you about the process. This is what the process actually looks like. But in the back of my mind, I will hear the voice. You have your reward. Congratulations, you're tired. She's acknowledged you're tired. Yay! You have your reward. I mean, if that's what I was looking for, I wanted sympathy. I wanted to be acknowledged that I worked hard. Or what? Oh, don't be trying to use my words against me. I've done that twice. She joking, y'all. She did get on me a couple of days. And I'm sitting there thinking, bro, I'm tired, man. I don't feel like climbing no ladder, changing no smoke alarms. But you know what? I got up and I did it. Last night I had to do it again. Because somebody was trying to burn the house down. I don't know, setting all the smoke alarms off. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. I ain't going to put nobody on blast. So I had to go do it again last night. And so why am I telling y'all this story? Why am I telling y'all these stories? Because so many of us are going through life, and life is lifing. We have hard choices to make. We're recovering from bad decisions. We're recovering from inactivity. And we're stuck in a process. Sometimes it's a loop. Hey, with the wild for boo, come on now. I said I ain't putting anybody on blast. It could have been anybody. It could have been me. It could have been. It wasn't, but it could have been. But some of us, we stuck in a process, and we're trying to figure out, how did I get here? This is not what I signed up for. And so imagine a 78, 82, 83-year-old older black woman who's a little out of shape, who's a little overweight, and you fall down a hill and slide 100 feet into a ravine, into a patch of briars. For those of you who was not here last Friday, that's what I talked about. One of my colleagues, co-workers, facilitators, had this happen to her not even 2 weeks ago now. Well, maybe 2 weeks ago now. Into a bunch of briars. She just slid on her back. But in order to crawl up, she had to turn over to her stomach to start crawling up. Get halfway up, slip, and slide back down to the briars again. And I know she asked herself, why? Why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve this? And she could have laid there and wallowed in those briars, being in pain and screaming, help, help. Nobody's supposed to be here, right? She could have screamed help and laid there till somebody found her, if somebody found her. But she's lived long enough to know that in this moment, if I don't save myself, nobody's probably coming. Because nobody knows that I'm down here. So I must do what I have to. Now, I want to add a little something to that. Just a little bit. Just a little bit more I want to add to that. In my process that I'm going through right now, you guys know that I'm in the beginning stages of building and launching a company called Father Figure Institute. There is no convenient time to chase your dream. You guys also know that I'm working multiple things, jobs, gigs, freelance stuff, and I'm working on average 80 plus hours a week. And now I want to launch another company. But remember what I said when I was just doing the freelance thing and I was working 16-hour days for 2-3 weeks at a time. And I was excited to be tired. I was bragging about how tired I was. But now I've almost added, 30% more effort and energy to what I'm doing now. And guess what? I'm not celebrating how tired I am anymore. I don't even really talk about it outside of this show because this show is about personal development. So I'm using my life as a teaching measure, a teaching stick, a teaching book, a manual. Because most of us need to see a practical application and have a point of reference for what we're doing. So I am laying on the altar of sacrifice and telling my story unashamedly so you guys can say, you know what, if he did it, I can do it. Oh, I remember when Jamon said he went through this. This is what it is. Because you don't know something until you, like, I talk about parents, when you're younger, you watch your parents drive a car. And you see how they do it. Oh, yeah, that's easy. I could do that. Until you get behind the wheel yourself, right? Once you get behind the wheel yourself, you realize, oh, it ain't as easy as I thought it was. Especially if it was a stick. There's a lot of things happening. And they do it so easy because they've done it so long. And now, instead of grinding gears, they're shifting gears, sipping coffee, and mom putting on makeup as she's driving. Because a certain level of mastery has come through practice. And so now, I'm in this position now where I'm starting to get excited. When I go through all these hard days, I'm starting to get excited. When my wife comes in and says, hey, babe, can you? And she know I'm in the middle of working. I don't snap back anymore. I don't say, do it yourself. What's wrong with your arms? You know how to grab a ladder? The batteries are in the cabinet. I don't say that anymore. Do I, boo? No. I said, okay. As I'm smiling just like this, and I'm just like, dang. Because it's what I signed up for. I'm getting what I asked for. How dare I be upset because what I asked for requires something. I think about when Job, right? Y'all know the book of Job in the Bible, but Job. Job was a very wealthy man. He had lands, he had plenty of children, happy kids. He had a wife, he had friends, people loved him. See y'all? She's a witness. The sisterhood is on my side this time. Shout out to the sisterhood this morning. That was the correct answer, boo. And so, Job has a bad turn of events. Won't even talk about the whole story, but he has a bad turn of events. He loses his children in a day. He loses his wealth. His animals die. Famine, disease, pestilence. Loses everything. Then he loses his health. He got boils, big pus-filled sores popping up all over his body. No matter where he lay, it hurts. When he's sitting, it hurts. When he's walking, it hurts. He's in misery all day long. Job's wife come in and said, look, you might as well curse God and die because I don't know what you done, but you being punished. So just curse God and die. Get it over with. Just check out, buddy. Because quietly what she was saying is, you know what, I didn't sign up for this. How did all this trouble get here? It ain't supposed to be here. We was rich. But y'all know what Job said? Though he slay me, yet will I serve him. God giveth, God taketh away. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Because Job understood the process. And that's what many of us don't understand today, the process. Put a 1 in the chat if you've been through your process and you've been cussing. Put a 1 in the chat if you're going through your process and you bragging about what you've had to go through. Just give me a 1. Give me a 1. Or You can give me a 2 if when you go through the process, you smiling and you just enduring, suffering in silence. You have good spirits. You're not snapping at people. You're not having bad days. Oh, look at Saint Yo. Jesus. D-Rob said, the process is a blessing and a curse. Bobby said 1 and 2. So it depends, right? Saint Bobby. Because I'm gonna tell you, your boy wasn't like that. Your boy, I was carrying it all on my shoulders, and I let you know about it. D-Rob said 2. Saint D-Rob. That shit Yo said, I ain't gonna say I'm always in good spirits. Because it's facts, right? When you're going through it, you are feeling it. It hurts in real time. And you do wonder, how'd you get here? Why am I going through all of these things? I know. But there's a point in the suffering. There's a point in the pain when it becomes understood that this is what I must go through. It becomes understood that this is what I have to endure for this season. But that also comes with experience. Once you've lived a certain amount of time, once you've overcome some things, confidence comes. And even though it sucks that you're going through what you're going through, you know, if I just buckle down, if I sacrifice a little bit here, if I cut spending a little bit over here, if I work out a little bit more over here, I'll be able to turn this thing around. There's a confidence that comes. D-Rob said, like relationships. First time you argue with me, I'm gone. Oh, and of course, my boo. Arguing is the spice of life. Though she slay me, she tell me to be quiet. But when she leave, I be talking again. But it's the process. So what we have to ask ourselves, is the process better than the pain? Because so many people wallow in the pain, and the pain becomes a badge of honor. The pain becomes their identity. How many of y'all heard this? You got to be twice as good and expect half the benefit. Oh, man. Y'all, wow. Yeah, I don't be quiet. Because when I'm quiet, you don't like it when I get quiet, boo. So I'm still trying to make you happy. I'm still trying to give you what you need, baby. That's all I'm doing. I'm just using my natural gift to do that. Now when the hardships comes, I can smile and laugh because I've been through enough stuff. So if you've been through pain, if you've been through disappointment and setback after setback, that's a rejoicing thing because that means you're growing. That means your process is still happening. You're still becoming. In the spirit world, in the church world, in the religion space, you hear the terms renewing of the mind. You hear being made a new creation in Christ, right? You hear these things, but what do they really mean? It means you were in process. You came to this earth as a seed. Your father sowed a seed to your mom. Your mom nurtured the seed in her womb. You're born as a seed. A complete seed, not lacking anything, a whole seed. Before, in your mother and father, you were pieces that were forming. And now you're born. Boom, you a seed. It's a baby. Baby has no real identity yet. Baby has no hopes and dreams and goals yet. Baby's taken care of and nurtured. It's in that little pack with the rest of the seeds, and it's growing. And then you go out into the world, and some farmer lays you in the dirt. It's definitely hump day. Y'all wild in this chat. It's definitely hump day. And then life brings the sun. Life brings the water and the rain, the wind. The birds come by and they pick at you. People trample you on the path. But you're still in the process, though. Even though I'm going through what I'm going through, I'm still going somewhere, which is why it's so important that you know where you want to go in life. It's so important to know what you want from life. Because if you're going through all this suffering for no reason, what's the point? Or do you just enjoy the suffering? So when you hear the old saints and the seniors, the wise ones in our community, and they say, I don't look like what I've been through, it's because they done been through a lot of hardships, a lot of heartbreak. They've had some successes. They've lost a lot more. But if you know what you want, you only got to succeed once. If you don't know what the goal is, then it's always shifting. It's always moving. And you're going through heartache, heartbreak. There is no plan. You're just going wherever the wind takes you. You're drifting. And we talked about months ago, drifting is not where you want to be. Think about that leaf that's blowing in the wind. And wherever the wind blows it stronger, it's going to go. It can land in the landfill. It can land in the yard. It can land in the road. It has no control over where it's going. Ooh, that part. That part. It's some wise people in this chat, y'all. It's some wise folk in this chat. When you in a relationship and it gets hard, it's so easy to walk away. It's so easy to quit. Because there's always somebody else out there that's willing to step up and be the next one night stand. I'm just saying it because everybody don't want to be a husband. Everybody don't want to be a wife. I know more women that want husbands that want to be wives. And I know more husbands or more dudes who want wives than want to be husbands. Because they're not willing to go through the process to become. Everything is a process. And the goal that we should be running for, reaching toward, is the thing that you want, becoming the person that deserves that. Becoming the person that qualifies for that. That's why if you win $1 million in the lottery, you lose it. You know why? Because you're not a millionaire. You don't have a millionaire's mindset. You don't know how millionaires multiply their money. And so you blow it. You buy your mama a house, your daddy a house, you buy a new car, you buy you a house. You take care of the people that helped you along the way. But guess what you're not doing? Turning that money into more money. You're not sending that money out as little money thoughts, and they coming back making little money babies. Y'all forgive me, bro. I crack myself up sometimes. In order to be that thing that you want to be, you have to become it. which is why you become wealthy on the inside before you become wealthy on the outside. Why do you work so hard? My mama said, baby, I ain't seen you in 2 days and I live in the same house with you. My mama see me probably just as much now as she did when she didn't live with me. Why you working so hard, baby? Because mama, I'm trying to go somewhere. Mama, I got a vision. I got this dream. And in order for me to make that dream turn into a reality, I have to become the person that can be trusted with that dream. Years ago, I told you I was in a network marketing business. And I couldn't figure out why I wasn't having success early on. Yep, I said money thoughts. Money thoughts. Every dollar that you make should be a thought. It should be out there just starting it up, making more money. That's what it should be. But if you haven't got to a certain level of understanding, then life's just about paying bills. Oh man, I need to get this much money in so I can pay these bills. And no, I need to get this much money in so I can send my thought army out over here to have a bunch of baby thoughts. That's the only time I think it's cool to really be a single mom, is if you're a dollar bill and you got to make more dollar bills. But if you can, link up with 100, with a benjo, link up with some racks and bring it back, love that even more. Hashtag little money thoughts. That's right. Thought army. Oh, okay. I said the wrong word to y'all. Y'all follow my reasoning though. When you become the person that qualifies for that, people trust you. When I first started working in the network marketing business, I wasn't known for business. Nobody knew me as a good speaker, presenter, businessman. They just saw some guy with a lisp who stutters and talks way too fast trying to sell me something. I don't trust the source. I don't trust the source. When people walk up to my house on a Saturday morning trying to tell me about the goodness of God, of Jehovah, I don't necessarily trust the source because I'm not looking for the problem that you're trying to solve. You're trying to make me believe something or make me see something that you want me to see, and I don't necessarily want to see it today. So I'm going to give you friction. Matter of fact, I might not even open the door. But when you become the person that people are looking for, you ain't got to sell a thing. When you have the credibility that people respect, they'll take you at your word. They'll trust you until they find out you're a liar. If you, in fact, are a liar. You see, the goal is becoming. The goal is becoming. And let me throw this up here. So as seeds, we're planted. And we're submerged in the dirt. We're having a tough time of life. We going at it, but we don't seem like we're making any progress. It's been year after year after year after year, and we're still trying to figure out, why am I not seeing the growth? Why am I not experiencing the fulfillment? And then you finally burst through the ground, and then a storm comes. Toronto Rodriguez said, close the blinds, sit down, be quiet. They coming to the door. Y'all know who that is. Because I don't want to have this conversation. But when y'all get that notification that says morning motivation is on, let's go check that out. Because we trust the source. He is becoming the person right in front of our eyes. He's breaking through the dirt. He's becoming who he was supposed to be, and we're witnessing it. And if he can do it, I can do it. Matter of fact, not only am I going to watch him do it, I'm going to help him do it one day. Because I've seen people that inspire me so much, and I said, I want to work with that person one day. I want to help them on their mission, because my mission is to help people with their mission. My mission is to help people with their mission. I have a skill set that can help this person become what they're trying to become. Let the dog out and see if they get out the car. Y'all was mean. You see, some of y'all going to hell. Y'all just too mean. People just trying to tell you about the goodness of Jehovah. The goodness of God. But that's the process. You're supposed to be buried in the dirt. Because unless a seed can fall to the ground and die, transform into something else. And a seed, when it grows, it not only grows up, it grows down because there's roots. And so the process that you're going through is you being rooted. The hardship you're experiencing, D-Rob, the arguing you having back and forth with old girl, that's your roots growing deeper. Bruh, me and my wife, we got some deep roots. I can't lie to you, because we had some arguments. Woo! Have we had some arguments? Drapes? Oh, we done had some arguments. Because our personalities, as well as they blend, they're also oil and water. They don't mix at times. And it's getting past the not mixing times, because the times they mix is so much better. It's so much sweeter. It's worth the process. Okay, transparent moment. Said the dog want to know about Jesus. Transparent moment, baby. Close your ears for a second. I was at this job yesterday, and rebuilding a AV room, a system. And we couldn't figure out why the signal wasn't flowing properly for a second. And I hear the door open to this room, and I look back and I see one of the most finest women I have ever been in the same room with. Okay, I know. Just follow me, baby. Just follow me. Just stay with me, baby. She came in the room. She said her piece, what she had to say, and she walked out. And fellas, she was very pleasing to the eyes in every way you can imagine. But she walked out the room. Dude looked at me. Y'all know how we do. He said, "Did you just..." Bruh. Y'all know what I said? Shocked me. I never said these words before. See, you gotta follow me, baby. You gotta follow me. I said, yeah, shoulder was bad. I said, but she ain't got nothing on Bobby yet, though. Oh, man. Because this is what I've grown to realize. This is what I've grown to realize. In every relationship, there's a breaking period. The sisterhood about to ride up. In every relationship, there's a breaking, there's a growing. In everything in life, there's a process you must go through. And when you go through the process, you understand two things. One, I'm not going back that way. Because that woman might have been fine. She might have been gorgeous. But can I stand the smell of her breath first thing in the morning? When she talk, will it aggravate me beyond measure because I can't stand the person that she is on the inside? So let me tell you something about my wife, y'all. My wife has a lot of upside. She's not only beautiful, she's talented. She loves me unconditionally. She supports me whatever I do and whatever I require. She's open to having a conversation about it. I've grown to trust, respect, and love her unconditionally. We can go through a lot of stuff, but I'm willing to work through it with her. I don't have that kind of devotion for anybody else. I've never had that kind of devotion the way I feel now for anybody previously. And so this chick might be gorgeous. She might be all of that and 6 bags of chips. But she ain't got nothing on my boo because my boo is tried, true, and tested. And I'll take a sure thing any day over a gamble. I'm not risking my whole life for 10, 20, 30 minutes, hour, 6 hours, 2 weeks, 6 months of joy. That's temporary. When I got a lifetime of fabulous. I got a lifetime of awesomeness. So though he slay me, though she aggravate me, though she get on my last nerve sometimes, I still love her. I still trust her. I still choose you, baby. I choose you, boo. I choose you, girl. All right, big dog. Craig G, what up, my guy? Say it with your whole chest. But that's what I'm saying. That's the process. When you become dedicated to becoming the person that qualifies to have whatever it is that you want, you will stay the course. You will figure it out. Y'all remember the Bible story, right? Talking about Samson. Samson was the strongest man in the world. He killed thousands of Philistines with the jawbone of a donkey. He did all these things. People trembled and feared at his name. And then he did the one thing God told him not to do. He sat down and that gal got that information out of him. Laid his head in her lap. Oh, Samson, what is the secret to your power and your strength? Oh yeah, if you tie me up and you blindfold me, he was lying. But he finally said, oh no, my strength is in my hair. He got comfortable. He had trust in her. And he laid the head in that lap for that last time. So Toronto knew about Samson. Yeah. And so they say that when she cut his hair, they took him to prison, actually. And he prayed for strength, but his strength didn't return. He had his eyes gouged out. They tortured him beyond measure for all the atrocities that he caused to their people. And then they had a dinner, and they stretched him out between 2 pillars, chained, for their entertainment. Yep, this used to be the mighty Samson. Yep, this used to be Toronto Riggins. Yep, this used to be D-Rob. Yep, this used to be that chick Yo. This used to be Lamont. This used to be Craig G. So can't lay your head in anybody's lap. I don't know, ladies. Y'all just don't know. When a dude is comfortable enough to lay his head in your lap, you don't won. You don't even realize it, but y'all don't won. Oh man. But they got him in between these two pillars, and they having this big party, and they just laughing and they just mocking him. Talking about God gave him his strength. Talking about it's natural. He's in the DNA. He born with it. Look at him now. Look at him. Talking about she gonna be a famous author. Talking about she gonna inspire women. Talking about he gonna be a famous coach or a championship level coach. Look at him. Look at him. Oh. Might be funky. Hey, man. I'd have been fooled a time or two. Not too many, though. I've had way more pleasant experiences than funky ones. But as he laid there, he said, you know, I can't tolerate this because I know who I am. I know what my mission was. I know what my purpose is. And God, if you give me the strength one more time, I will be who you call me to be. If you give me the strength one more time, I will be who you call me to be. I will walk in my purpose. I know you haven't abandoned me. Listen how they talking about you. And all of a sudden, his strength came back. He was able to tear the whole building down. His final act was being who he was created to be. And so for us, we're walking around. Yes, we've had some experiences. We've had some downturns. We've had a rough go at it at times. But we don't look like what we've been through. Why? Because we started out as seeds. Now we're breaking through the ground. And eventually, this is what we're going to be. We're going to be a green garden. Enough to feed and support and take care of all those around us. Y'all see, I took this farming analogy a little far today. But I want you to understand that the process, we were seeds planted in a row of dirt. Then came water, sun, a good atmosphere. Not to mention the soil was good. Not to mention the soil was good. And because of that, not only will we be able to accomplish what we set out to accomplish or what we were, the gifts and talents that we have, maximizing those, we're able to inspire other people. We're able to raise children to chase and live their dreams. We're able to support people who are on the path to doing it. Because everybody's calling it the same. Some people, their support. Some people, their crew. Some people, their talent. Some people are executive producers. And you know, executive producers really don't do a lot in the movies that y'all see. When y'all see executive producer, they just gave money. They didn't write the script. They was barely even on set. They came by every now and then to look at their investment. But they gave money mostly to pay the support staff, the writers, to pay the crew to show up and film it, to pay the editors, to pay the directors to carry out the visions, to pay the studio for usage. You see, everybody has a role to play. But we are the stars of our own movies. And so if you are a support person, if you are a philanthropist, if you are the talent, if you are the speaker, the author, if you are the producer, whatever your role is, That your gifts had to be drowned by water and buried by dirt. But that's the story of all our lives. And some of us, because we don't end up on good soil, we never fully grow. But the beauty of humans is if you were planted in not the best place, you can move. You could create your own soil, your own environment. Technology has leveled the playing field where we don't have to be in the same building one day a week. We can meet as much as we want to meet in our own homes, drinking coffee without all the pomp and circumstance. I don't have to be in a suit and tie. I might rock one every now and then, but I don't have to be. We get to choose. But it requires understanding. We got to fall in love with the process. I used to hear speakers talk about falling in love with the process, and I'm like, bro, but you don't know my pain. You don't know my story. You don't know what I've had to come through. So don't tell me to enjoy the process, because who enjoys pain? I love the process now. I got to leave here in 10 minutes. I got to drive across 2 counties to do a 1-hour gig, then drive back across 3 counties to teach a class, and then come home and hop on my honey-do list. And then work on my curriculum, which I built, because tomorrow I'm supposed to be filming my first module tomorrow. I ain't even really ready for it yet. I got an audit coming up next week that I hadn't even started preparing for just yet. Which means brother's not getting a whole lot of sleep this week either. But guess what? I don't begrudge the process anymore. It's the process. I'm becoming who I'm supposed to be. And y'all bearing witness. And I'm bearing witness to y'all. Because I know I'm not the only one that's growing. I know I'm not the only one, because birds of a feather flock together. And if you 7, 8, 9, 10, 14 people that's here faithfully week in and week out. Now it's other 80, 100, 200 people that catch the videos later on in the month, but every day it's the same 7 to 14 people. You guys are growing. And I'm here for it. I want to see, because I know what I'm called to be, but I understand I'm still in my process. You're still in your process. So don't begrudge small beginnings. Don't despise where you are in life right now. I know you're tired. I know people, your family don't understand sometimes. I know the people around you, they want to go out and you won't hang out with us no more. I know. But I'm going somewhere. I'm in process. And what I'm doing is not only going to take care of me, it's going to take care of my family. It's going to take care of those in direct proximity to me. I'm creating a new paradigm in my life, in my family's thought process. I'm creating something new. That's what we all are on the path for. Whatever that profession, whatever that thing we're doing, it's going to be new because we've never done it before. And so there's a breaking process. There's the planting, there's the watering, but it's God that gives the increase. Because we don't control the sun. We don't control the perfect conditions for growth. But the master gardener does. The master gardener does. D-Rob got no, y'all. He said, as I've moved over into my 30s, I heard it was greener. So I'm just ready to look back and say, man, I went through a lot to get here, but I did it. That's what it is, bro. So when you hear people say, bro, I remember 26, I'm so glad I'm not there anymore. I don't want to be 26 again. I was so dumb and didn't know I was dumb. I thought I knew way more than I did. No clue about life yet. It wasn't until, for me, 30, things started making more sense. but I still hadn't quite figured it out. Somewhere around 40 though, a whole new awakening happened, and I realized that I've been underutilizing my potential. I've been underbidding myself. I've been shortcutting myself because I'm trying to be a good team player, because I'm trying to not make somebody else feel small. So I'm shrinking into my gifts. And sometimes people even cuss you or curse you. Woo, won't go back there right now. Ain't got enough time to talk about that. But hey, y'all. I hope today was a good show. I really do. It's been a while. It seems like it's been forever. But we're definitely going to be back in the building on Friday. And shout out to everybody who made it back, man. It's always a little bit of concerning when you take a little time off, because you never know if the people that support you the most, if they're going to actually be able to support, be able to be there to show love. And it honestly, it would be weird if I showed up here and nobody was here but me. It would be weird. Now, I still do the show because it's just who I am. But you guys bring so much richness to my life. You guys bring so much. You guys bring the best out of me. Because even though you haven't held me accountable, you hold me accountable. Matter of fact, you guys be encouraging me, bro. You need the time taken. We with you. We support you. That means way more than you guys know to me. Somebody that's a dismissive avoidance. Somebody with trust issues. To know that you guys rock with me means so much. And so I'm grateful and I'm thankful for all of you. And so that's why I want to go as hard as I can. I want to make sure that you know the struggle that you're going through is normal for the people. It's normal for everybody. But the people that wallow in the struggle and then revel in the struggle, they have their reward. But the people that know the struggle is part of the process to becoming the person that qualifies for whatever dream that is that you have, that's what I'm here for. That's who you are. And I'm just happy to know you before you blow up, so I can say, hey, I remember when. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I love it. I love it. That shit, yes, I try to be here, no sleeping all. 2 hours of sleep and she here? Yo, y'all don't know. Woo! Nature boy. But yeah, so let me get ready to get up out of here, y'all, because I do gotta make that long drive today. And I need an oil change. So y'all know I'm burning way more gas than I normally should be. But that's the part of the journey, man. That's the part of the journey. We do what we must. We do what we can. And hopefully, things work out the way it should work out. So thank you for the likes. If you haven't liked, go ahead and hit that like button, comment, subscribe. If you want to buy your boy a cup of coffee, hey, feel free to do that too, because I sure need the fuel. I need the go juice. Thank you for joining me today. And if you've enjoyed this episode, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment, like, comment, share, subscribe. And don't forget to share the video with anyone who could use a little morning motivation. Until next time, have an amazing day. No matter what, keep striving for greatness. And I will see you guys on Friday. Peace.